Good morning, guys, to all my church friends. I'm so sad I'm not going to see you today because your smiling hearts always bring me such joy. But I'm glad that we can get together this way for my Lego Club on Facebook. You guys are making some incredible things, and I look forward to seeing more and more of your creations. And I said to my kids that maybe when this is all over, we should have a big art show to show all the creative and wonderful things that we've been able to make during this time. So this morning, I have a story I want to share with you that I've been saving and waiting for the right time, and I think it's a good story for today. It's called Making Heart Bread. So maybe you and your moms and dads can make some bread. That would be a really tasty way to celebrate this weekend. What kind of bread do you use to make peanut butter sandwiches or grilled cheese sandwiches? The bread we use for sandwiches is tummy bread. It fills your tummy. There is another kind of bread called heart bread, and it fills your heart. Heart bread is not made from flour, it is made from your memories of love. Heart bread is not made in the oven, it is made in your heart. Heart bread never gets used up the way tummy bread does. The more you let heart bread feed you, the more you have. My name is Rachel. My grandma taught me how to make both kinds of bread. First, she taught me how to make tummy bread. One day when Grandma was breaking bread, she pulled a tall stool over to the kitchen counter for me so I could sit by her and help. First, we measured the flour, butter, yeast, milk, and salt. We mixed them together. Then we pushed and pulled the dough with our hands. Next, we put the dough in a big bowl. Grandma covered the bowl with a towel and set it on the stove. She said the dough would surprise us if we left it alone for a while. As we waited, we washed dishes and read stories. Then Grandma brought the bowl back to the counter and took off the towel. Magically, the dough had grown tall and puffy. Grandma told me I could punch it with my hand. I did, and whoosh! All the air went out and the dough was small again. We shaped the dough into loaves and put them into pans. Grandma put them on the stove, and once again the dough grew tall and puffy. Then we put the pans in the oven and waited as the delicious smell of fresh bread baking filled the kitchen. While the tummy bread was in the oven, Grandma taught me how to make heart bread. She said, Rachel, when I was about your age, there was a terrible war. People all over the world were fighting each other. One of the most terrible things about the war was that many children were separated from their moms and dads. That is what happened to me. My home was destroyed and I was alone. I wandered around in the streets without anyone to take care of me. I could not find enough food and I had no place warm to sleep. Everything that had once felt safe was gone. And I was very scared. Finally, grown-ups found me and many other children like me. They built special places for us called refugee camps. In the refugee camps, we slept in warm beds and ate good food. Kind people hugged us and took care of us. But in our new homes, we were still scared. We could not sleep at night. We were afraid that when we woke up, everything would be gone again and we would have no home and no food. No matter how often the grown-ups tried to tell us that we were safe now, nothing seemed to help. When we ate our bread at supper, we were afraid each bite might be the last food we would ever have. One day, one of the grown-ups had an idea. He saved some bread from supper. At bedtime, he gave each of us a piece to hold. Holding our bread next to our hearts, we could finally sleep in peace. All through the night, the bread reminded us, today I eat, and I will eat again tomorrow. We could sleep without feeling scared. We had learned how to hold tummy bread next to our hearts until it turned into heart bread. Heart bread had turned the scared place in our hearts into a safe place in our hearts. I learned from Grandma that heart bread is made from all the times in the day when I had what I needed. Heart bread is also made from all the special times in the day when I gave love and kindness to someone else or another person gave love and kindness to me. When I remember these times, they fill up my heart just like tummy bread fills up my tummy. When my heart is full, I can even remember the sad times from the day and still feel safe. When I hold heart bread all through the night, my heart says, today I was loved and I will be loved again tomorrow. Then I can sleep peacefully. When Grandma finished telling me all this, she said, Rachel, let's check the bread and see if it's done. We took it from the oven and Grandma cut 2 pieces, one for her and one for me. We ate the tummy bread together. The bread filled my tummy and my heart because it was made not only from flour but also from Grandma's love. That night when I fell asleep, I made heart bread from the memory of sharing tummy bread with Grandma. Since Grandma taught me how, I've been making heart bread every night. You can too. I will tell you how. When your mom or dad or someone else puts you to bed, ask the person to help you. Put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, what was my most favorite time today? Maybe you will think of a time when someone loved you. Maybe you needed something like a snack or a warm sweater or a hug, and someone gave it to you. Maybe you will think of a time when you loved someone else. Maybe you shared your favorite toy or helped a younger child. These are all ingredients for heart bread. Whatever you think of, tell your mom or dad, whoever else is putting you to bed. Ask them to tell you their favorite time from the day too. Let your heart fill up with your favorite times from the day. Keep your hand on your heart and rub it gently, as if you were patting your teddy bear or rubbing your dog's tummy. Feel the warm feeling in your heart. Now you have made heart bread. Let the warm feeling fill up your whole body. Take a deep breath and send it down your legs and out of your arms and up to the top of your head. When it gets to the tip of your toes and the end of your nose, wiggle them. Now keep your hand on your heart and ask yourself, what was my least favorite time today? Maybe you will think of a time when you have felt sad or mad or scared. Whatever you think of, tell your mom or dad, whoever else is putting you to bed. Ask them to help you care for the sad, mad, or scary feeling. Then you can turn your least favorite time into heart bread too. So, this is a good lesson for us right now. And I think this is something we can all do every day. At the end of the day, think about what was good about today, what was not so good about today, and just talk with our friends and our family and our mums and dads about what we're feeling. And so I'm going to send all the parents a link for this picture, also some more explanation about this activity. And so they can print this page off, and every day, if you want to, in one of the hearts, you can draw a picture of what was your highlight from that day. And then, I don't know how many spaces are on here, maybe enough for 3 or 4 weeks. At the end of that time, you can look back and think about all the good memories you've been able to make in the last few weeks. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this story, and I look forward to seeing more of your creations.